Good afternoon. Good afternoon. This is going to be different, everyone. I'm on a different streaming platform today, first time using it. So I'm going to learn on the fly, and I hope everything goes well. So it's different. Studied it less than a day. So we're going to see how this all goes. Welcome to this edition of the Houston Roundball Review Takeover of the Lunch Break. Throwback Thursday. Of course, it's powered by JM&E. Takeover is available on YouTube at the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel, Facebook, Houston Roundball Review Facebook page, and of course on Roku via the BS3 network. If you have a Roku streaming device, just download BS3 TV. If not, shame on you. But if you don't, just go to bs3network.com or bs3tvlive.com. And on the BS3 Roku app, you can catch Houston Roundball Review shows on demand. That includes the Takeover. That includes even some of the lesser rated Kook shows as well. So thank you very much. Just Coach Kelvin Sampson had his weekly media session. Started around 11:30. So a few minutes ago, I popped off there to get on here and start. I think he was just about done. Cougs face Auburn Saturday night as part of the Battleground 2K24 at Toyota Center. Game against Auburn. Looking forward to the matchup. Two top programs, two quality programs, two teams well coached. Auburn's got one of the best players, one of the best big men in the country in Janai Broom. I think he's a preseason All-American. Looking forward to how he matches up against the Cougs big men. JoJo Tugler, Juwan Roberts. We'll see. Coach Sampson did say that Javier Francis practiced this week. So that's a good sign. He did not say whether or not he would play on Saturday, but the fact that Jay is practicing again, I think that's a positive. Rex, thank you for your comment. I'm going to see if I can post this because like I said, this is a whole new platform for me. So, okay, so cool there. That works. And as we go along, as I get more comfortable, the old brain, new toy, got to learn new things. This old dog has to learn new tricks. So it's a new platform, and I'm learning it on the fly. Same cause because of pollen, allergy, all those good things. But first things first, you see I got a new studio background around me, but now I'm going to try something else. Let's see if this works. Okay. First up, slide. Let's see if it works. Hey. Uh-oh, it went away. Well, I don't know what happened there. Let's try that again. There we go. Y'all know that, the new Houston Roundball Review logo. Fancy. Out there, aggressive. Still reflecting the same 5 million views on the YouTube channel. Still accepting advertising inquiries at advertise@thehrr.com. But I didn't get a chance to do this last Thursday's show because the announcement took place on Friday. But my colleague Joseph Duarte announced it in the article with AD Eddie Nunez Thursday night. So let's see. There's 2 pictures, the images of the Houston blue look. You see the helmet there and the blue. And let's be clear, it's Houston blue. To not get the hand slapped by Big Brother of the NFL, it is not Columbia blue. It's Houston blue. So Eddie Nunez got to work around the NFL and appease them. I won't say anything further. But another look right there, the merch. See what the student assets, what the uniforms will look like when they're in volleyball, football. And I hope there will be a Houston blue uniform for basketball. I'm assuming so. It was not part of this announcement. But you see the shirts. What are your thoughts on how it looks? Happily, the Houston blue went on sale last Friday. So yes, it's already on sale in stores, retail stores across the Houston area, on campus. All things are like they should be handled. So that's a positive. Let me know if you made your purchase, if you have purchased a Houston Blue item. And if so, type in the comments. Let me know what you think about it. But the look there, you see it. I'm going to do this. But Houston Blue announced as the Cougars celebrate connection to the city. This is just part of the release, and then I get some info from Joseph Duarte's article. But the University of Houston Athletics, in paying homage to the city of Houston, will adopt Houston Blue into its uniform selections with teams to wear commemorative uniforms on a select occasion against an in-state rival. Houston football, who's won 3 of the last 4 games, will sport a new look Houston Blue uniform on Senior Day against in-state rival Baylor on November 23rd inside TDECU Stadium. Fans in attendance are encouraged to blue out the stadium. The first 20,000 fans, that's a lot for us. The first 20,000 fans in attendance will receive a commemorative blue rally towel. Houston Volleyball will unveil its new Houston Blue jerseys as part of its November 9th contest that's coming up against Texas Tech. Fans can find merchandise, as you know, as I mentioned earlier, in person, yay, and online, ooh, through the University of Houston bookstore. Apparel is also available at Houston Area Academy Sports and Outdoors, Dick's Sporting Goods, Rally House, as well as in the TDECU Stadium team shop. Excellent, excellent. We're going to talk about the Cougs' win over K-State, but I'm just so happy and proud that athletics, my mater, seems to have got something right regarding merchandise. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day. The Houston Blue collection available at retailers includes replica jerseys, mini helmets, men's and women's short and long sleeve shirts, hats, polos, hoodies, quarter zips, and clear stadium bags. This is all great stuff. And now we're going to get into the info from an article with my colleague Joseph Duarte. But let me know your thoughts, Rex. Let me know your thoughts on it, Miss Wanda, if you're watching, anybody else watching here on YouTube. On this edition of the Houston Roundball Review Takeover of the Lunch Break. You're also watching it possibly on Andrea Jones' JM&E YouTube channel. So different ways to watch the show. New platform, new streaming platform, went away from the other one. I'm still going to use the other platform for Let's Rage Cougs, but this is the platform we're using going forward for the takeover and the show's part of JM&E. Okay, now to the article that was posted last Thursday, Halloween night. Eddie Nunez, Houston's VP of Intercollegiate Athletics, said fans will have a wide selection of merchandise to choose from. Let's mention it, including replica jerseys, men's and women's short sleeve and long sleeve t-shirts, hoodies, hats, polos, all the great things. Quote from Mr. Nunez, "It's a great opportunity for us to really generate new revenue." That's important for this department. How do we expand our footprint? How do we expand our options? We wanted to extend this as far and wide as we could, end quote. He's thinking outside the box. Excellent. Nunez said the Houston Blue collection of merchandise offers UH a chance to increase revenue, which he admits, quote, is nowhere close to where we need to be, end quote. If executed properly, Nunez said merchandise sales could provide an immediate infusion of at least $500,000. That's $500,000. Quote, the opportunity it presents financially, it's huge if we do it right. That's also important. He added, I know it's a big, big void for us, but it's not an impossible void, end quote. To get there, Nunez said the school must make strides from the quality of merchandise available to fans, the convenience of where fans can find it, and expand the roster of partners that will sell the items. One item high on his to-do list: find a centralized location on campus that fans can purchase gear. Quote, I hear our fans that we have to be better with our merchandise. We have to be better getting our product and brand out there. End quote. Amen. Amen, brother. Amen. To Nunez, that means any type of merchandise, not just blue, that has the UH logo. Quote, our color, predominantly red, is what you want to see around town. More important than anything else is that that UH. I think the UH and that Houston, as much as I love to see it on red, I don't care if it's on white, if it's on black, as long as that brand is visible. End quote. To avoid any pushback from the NFL, UH's new design has made modifications with the stripes on the football jersey, which Chronicle reported earlier this year. For clarity and consistency, UH will refer to this color scheme, this is important, everybody, as Houston Blue, and avoid any reference to H-Town Blue, Columbia Blue, Love You Blue, or Oilers. Y'all know all that. See, that wasn't hard to do for a certain person no longer here, but I digress. Quote, I understand the NFL has their expectations of their uniforms, the colors, and certain things associated with the way things are branded, Nunez said. The reality is we also understand what Houston means to the city and the color blue. We know the impact and how important these uniforms, the Houston Blue, are to this community and to this university, end quote. Nunez said traditionalists have nothing to worry about the Houston Blue becoming more prominent than the school's primary red and white colors. Traditions never die, Nunez said. I'm not changing our traditions or our traditions. So, what do you think about that? Does that make you smile? Is that a great thing? Do you feel good about that? What I read? What do you think about it? What are your thoughts on it? Eddie Nunez, AD, VP of Athletics for the University of Houston and the Houston Blue merchandise launch. Let me know if you bought anything. I have not yet purchased anything myself because I'm trying to hawk my own merchandise with the new Houston Roundball Review logo. But tell me what you think about it. Hit me up in the comments. Are you watching on YouTube or if you're watching on Facebook on the Houston Roundball Review Facebook page? Let me know your thoughts. Good, bad. I have not seen or heard any negative reaction so far to the Houston Blue launch and merchandise. But if you have some, let me know that. And I'm sure folks at UH are watching, so we can share that with them. Let folks know their comments on it. But you are watching this edition of the Houston Roundball Review Takeover of the Lunch Break, powered by JM&E. Alas, looking for a sponsor of this show to close out this year, 2024, as well as going forward in year 2025. Just email me at advertise@thehrr.com. All right. Let's go ahead and do this. We can talk about the Cougs thrashing men's basketball, thrashing of Jackson State. We can talk about the Rockets beating the Knicks, thumping the Wemby Spurs Wednesday, 127-100. Never trailed, led throughout the game. Spurs just lost against the Rockets' pressure defense. Rockets played well these last two games. Looking forward to Friday's matchup in OKC against the Thunder. OKC's defense is legit. They're coming off a loss. But looking forward to that matchup. See where the Rockets stand in the pecking order of the Western Conference when they face OKC in OKC Friday at 7. But okay. Rex. Let me see if I can get this on the screen. Let's see. There we go. There it is. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. November 5th, Houston Cougars women's basketball. First game of the year. Home game to start the season. Lost to UTRGV. Rio Grande Valley. Lost 70-68. 3 points shot in the final seconds of the ball game. Not a good start for Coach Huey and the program. Yes, the Cougs were without their best player, Layla Blair. She's in concussion protocol. But still, losing to UTRGV. I got a text message, a couple of text messages. How did we lose to UTRGV? And I said, I didn't see it. I was working. I didn't see it. Oh. But yes, the Cougs women's team has, I think, 8 healthy players. With Layla being concussed, she adds to the season-ending injuries of KP Kateri Poole and Malia Johnson. Both have injured their knees. I think both have torn ACLs. It doesn't get any easier for the Cougs women's team. Friday, November 8th, they're on the road against Georgia. Yeah. So they could be 0-2 after this week. And then take a few days off before visiting crosstown rival Rice. But Rice, let me jump ahead through some slides. Rice lost their season opener Monday night, ring night. They raised the championship banner for the conference, winning the AAC tournament championship a few months ago. They lost to South Dakota State. And no shame in it. South Dakota State is way better than Rio Grande Valley, okay? South Dakota State ranked in the top 10 in wins in women's hoops like the last 5-10 years. So they are a consistent winning program. However, final score, Rice women lost by 2, also lost by a 3-pointer in the closing moments of the ball game. Rice led going into the fourth quarter, I want to say about 13 points. They were outscored in the fourth by 15. Rice women's team is also dealing with injuries. I think they have when they healthy, a full roster, I think 14 or 15 players. For the game against South Dakota State, they had 9 healthy players. And one of their best players, senior Malia Fisher, is one of the ones who's injured. She did not play in the season opener against South Dakota State. And so, Coach Edmonds, Rice Owls head coach, Coach Lindsay Edmonds, quote after the game, reading about it, says she did not want to make excuses for the loss. They played well for 3 quarters. Didn't get it done in the fourth. But overall, as a fan of any team, your favorite team. See if I can transition off of this real quick. I'm just trying to learn here. Let's try something. Your favorite team. Any sport. At what point or how many injuries to key personnel, key players, etc., do you as fans just accept the losing. Because, yeah, coaches say it, players say it, next man up, next woman up. We're a team. We got enough players on the bench, enough good quality players. We should still win. At what point is that no longer true? I mean, how many players? I know, case in point, the pros. Golden State Warriors, what, 7-1? And Steph has missed, what, 5 games? Just Steph Curry. I mean, his absence should be felt. But so far, it hasn't been felt. Flip side, the Philadelphia 76ers. Big fella Joel Embiid out. Philly's, what, 1-6 and struggling. Paul George missed some of those games, too. Now, apparently, Tyrese Maxey is going to be out 2 weeks with a hamstring injury. So at what point, when the injuries pile up, the U.S. fans say, damn, we just don't have enough healthy people. We're going to lose, but at least we compete. Or do 2, 3, 4 injuries say, I'm not even worried about us. I'm not expecting us to compete. We just don't have enough healthy players. So at what point does it matter to you? Do the injuries eliminate the next man up mindset? That next man up. I mean, sometimes reality is reality. You don't have enough healthy bodies, you're just not going to win. You're just not. Especially if it's to your top 3 players. I mean, how many teams in any sport are going to be without their top 3, top 4 players and still win on a consistent basis? Who's going to do that? How many folks are going to do that? You get lucky once or twice, okay. But 3, 4 going to a winning streak. It's hard to do, hard to say. Well, you are watching this edition of the Houston Roundball Review, takeover of the lunch break, a new streaming platform. Learned it, studied it yesterday, Wednesday. Woke up early this morning, tried to figure out how to work it as best I can in time for today's show. I hope it's working. It looks like it is. I can't really tell, honestly, if it is or not on certain windows. But if you're joining me now here on YouTube or Facebook or on ROKU via the BS3 TV app, earlier in the show, I talked about the University of Houston's launch of Houston Blue, the merchandise, the hats, the polos, the hoodies that are now available on campus and in local Houston area retail shops. You can also buy it online. So salute to Eddie Nunez and everyone involved to get that done. But also, I want to say, as a Houston alum, how important it is for this additional revenue stream for UH Athletics to be tapped and to grow. It is vital for UH Athletics to have as many flowing, functioning revenue streams as possible in this new age of revenue sharing with the student athletes, student assets. Got to do it. Got to buy merchandise. Got to buy tickets. If you have the means, support UH Athletics in any way you can. Be consistent with it if you can. If you can't, you can't. That's understandable. But if you have the means, support Houston Cougars Athletics. Buy tickets, buy merch. Tell your friends about the merch. Tell your friends about the games. But yes, if you saw the UH men's basketball game against Jackson State, let me know your thoughts on what you saw. The players, the team is deep. The team is long, athletic. Yes, they are better than Jackson State. J-State coach Mo Williams acknowledges that. That's why he schedules to play the Cougs every year, because he wants to test his players and for them to get better. But let me know your thoughts on what you saw. from the Cougs. It's going to be a different test that Saturday night against Auburn. It's going to be a great test. One thing Coach Kelvin Sampson said after Monday's game, but also said earlier today in his meeting, his Zoom call with the media. Win or lose Saturday, his players and the staff are going to learn from the game. Auburn could beat the Cougs. The sky won't fall. It's not the end of the world. The Cougs could beat Auburn. Doesn't mean the Cougs are going to go undefeated this season and all that kind of stuff. I look forward to the matchup because it's a great matchup. Auburn goes like 10, 11 deep. This year's Cougs can go 10 deep. Janai Broom, legit 6'10" big man, All-American. I'm looking forward to his matching up against JoJo Tugler, Juwan Roberts, and I think Javier Francis. I'm looking forward to what he does and how the Cougs handle his skill set, how the Cougs handle Auburn's perimeter shooting, how the Cougs handle Auburn's pressure defense. This is a great test. There's not many, especially in men's college basketball. It's got better this season, where you have two highly ranked teams competing this early in the season. You've seen it more on the women's side of college hoops the last few years than you have on the men's side. But this is a great test. And it is also part of the Battleground 2K24. All 4 teams participating in the 2K24 will have a community service project as part of the classic, as part of the doubleheader. And the earlier game 1 of the event, features the Rice Owls men's team against Florida State. Coach Rob Lanier, head coach of the Rice Owls, got his first win as head coach of the Owls program Tuesday night against FIU. Let's see if I can get the right slide up here. Rice won. Is a good win. Rice won 77-70. This Saturday's game against Florida State, I think that tip off at 6 o'clock, not 6:30. 6 o'clock will be on ESPN Plus. The UH men's game against Auburn tips off at 8:30. And I want to say that game is on, ESPN2 or ESPNU. But hopefully, a lot of Houston Cougars fans, supporters, will be inside the building, downtown Houston, watching the Cougs and Auburn go at it, doing battle. But again, let me know your thoughts on the upcoming matchup. I'll pull it up, the rest of the UH men's non-conference schedule. Coach Sampson did. he took, how can I phrase this? One of his comments during today's media session. I'm paraphrasing. Coach said, this is the first year that Big 12 men's hoops will have 20 conference games. Big 12 men's basketball is the best in college hoops, men's college hoops. Some say second. Big 12 says it's number 1. Numbers kind of back that up. But Coach Sampson said you can look at some of the other non-conference schedules of his Big 12 members and see some of them did not quite schedule as tough as he did. They're not playing the likes of Auburn and Alabama and Notre Dame and Butler and things of that sort on their non-conference schedule, because you got 20 Big 12 conference games. Some coaches are like, wow, so we schedule so tough non-conference, we got to deal with the gauntlet of the Big 12 conference. Part of that is based on probably the makeup of those teams. This year's Cougs team is veteran-laden, and I think is really good and has a chance to be special. And Coach Sampson is challenging his players and this team with a more rigorous non-conference schedule. So again, I'm looking forward to Saturday's matchup against Auburn. Cougs win, good. Cougs lose, they're going to learn from it and get better. And I do, if they stay healthy, I still believe, or I do believe, this team has a great, great chance to get to the Final Four and ultimately cut down the Nets. And obviously, a lot has to go right. Okay, obviously, health, matchups. It's one and done in the tournament. Get hot at the right time, go get cold at the wrong time, whatever. But this team, with the veteran makeup of the team, the guys coming back like LJ Cryer, the veteran leadership in LJ Cryer, Juwan Roberts, Emmanuel Sharp, healthy Terrence Arsenault, healthy Jojo Tugler, the length and versatility of Milos Uzan at point guard. Malik Wilson's playing well, looks better, more confident. Ramon Walker's shooting form is better and more consistent. Team looks good. Still have to get better. Still have to improve. And then you got the youngsters like Mercy Miller. This team has a chance. And that's really, I think, what fans want year in and year out, that your team that you're supporting, your team you follow, has a chance to win it all. And I think the Cougs have that chance. All right, bottom of the hour on this edition of the Houston Roundball Review Takeover, powered by JM&E. You're watching this edition of Throwback Thursday of the Lunch Break on ROKU via BS3 Network. Now I'm going to try to play the promo, see if I get this right here on this new platform. Here we go. Give you an idea of what BS3 TV is all about.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.
Welcome back to this edition of the Houston Roundball Review Takeover of the Lunch Break. I am, of course, KG Kris Gardner, owner of the Houston Roundball Review. As always, thank you to AJ Andre Jones for allowing me this platform to share with you my thoughts and opinions and insight on mostly hoops. On this show, on the Takeover, the Houston Roundball Review Takeover. The Takeover is also available via the BS3 Network. You can watch this show on Facebook, YouTube, and Roku, courtesy of BS3 TV. If you have a Roku streaming device, just download BS3 TV. If not, you can go to bs3network.com or bs3tvlive.com. Rocket fans, I know it's not Let's Talk Houston Rockets, but it's still me, KG, Kris Gardner of the Houston Roundball Review. We can talk Rockets right now. Tune in. You can talk Rockets right now here on the Takeover. Don't have to wait until Friday night to watch the after the Rockets play OKC. Let me know your thoughts on what the Rockets did against the Spurs Wednesday night. To take it to the Spurs. So yes, I know the Spurs missing some key people, players, and Coach Pop, dealing with a health issue. But yes, come on. Rockets they're playing better. Fred VanVleet, his shooting slump is over. At least it has been so far, these two games this week against the Knicks and then Wednesday night against the Spurs. Alperen Sengun, shooting better, making shots better, more efficient. Jalen Green has been very good this season, I think, except for one game. That's all right. Yeah, one bad game. Hey, he's human. That's nothing wrong with that. But your thoughts on the Rockets? Your thoughts on the Rockets matchup Friday against the Spurs? The Rockets go to Detroit on Sunday afternoon to face my Pistons. I think that's a 2:00 start. Rockets probably win. The Pistons are playing better. They are, I think, 3-6 now. Lost by 1 point at the buzzer to Charlotte Wednesday night. They're dealing with turnover issues, but it's doing the right coach makes a difference with personnel. Monty Williams was not the right coach for Detroit. Period. Collecting that check, nothing wrong with that. I want somebody to give me a check like that. I want to just collect a check like that. So yeah, email me. Hey, Kris, I like you. I like what you're doing. I'm gonna give you some money. Just do whatever you want to do with it. Cool. I wouldn't care if y'all don't like it. Give me a check like that. Cut me that check. Give me $12 million a year for me to be kind of interested in the job. Kind of. For me to turn it down once and then you up the offer and I say, okay, yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, that'll work. But your thoughts on what the Rockets are doing so far this season? Your thoughts on the Houston Blue merchandise launch? Have you bought any of the merch? Do you not like the colors? Do you not like the concept? What are your thoughts on what the job Mr. Eddie Nunez has done thus far as VP of Intercollegiate Athletics at Houston, AD at Houston? Let's talk the Fighting Fritzes, the Houston Cougars football team. My goodness, they're 4-5, 2 more wins. They become bowl eligible. I'm wrong on that. They have surpassed my expectations of 2 wins. I thought 3 tops. Well, they got 4. 3 games left. Arizona, Baylor at home for Baylor, and then close it out against BYU. I mean, there's a chance they can win 2 of those 3. How about that? How about the job Coach Fritz has done? Got another commitment from a young man, was it Monday this week? The job Coach Fritz and the staff are doing recruiting-wise, I think they're now ranked, composite rankings 32, 33. Who'd have thought that? I don't have it here on this platform yet, but I said it before the season started. When I said it, I think day after the Cougs, or the Big 12 announced their preseason poll predictions for football, and the Cougs were picked dead last, 16th. And I said, I guarantee you, this will be the last time the Cougs under Willie Fritz will be picked dead last in the Big 12. They sped up the process a little bit, winning 3 of their last 4 games. Defense has been consistently good these last 3-4 games. That's important. Young Kris, not turning it over. Healthy. That's a big, big factor with Zion Kris. The best ability for a player is availability. And he wasn't. He was banged up before the season into week 1. He's healthier now. Even the play calling has been better. Aggressive in the first half. Got conservative in the third quarter, but still did enough to win in the fourth quarter and beat, I'm getting wins over K-State, Utah. I mean, hey, who'd have thought all this is great? They're off this weekend. Next game is Friday on the road in Tucson. 9:15 kickoff against Arizona. And then that following Saturday, wow, look at that, November 23rd. That is senior day. The Cougs against Baylor. Baylor's playing well under head coach Dave Aranda. Who'd have thought that based on some of their struggles early this season? You just never know. Big 12 football. Any closing moments? How many of you have watched, or heck, how many of you knew about the Big 12's FAST channel being launched, as in it is available for everyone to watch? Everyone who has the Roku channel or a few other streaming platforms. Have you watched any other content provided by Big 12 inside studios, inside the Big 12? I didn't know it had officially launched until a few days ago. I knew it was scheduled to be launched, but I did not know it had been officially launched until I got word from Big 12. And I checked it out. More is coming soon. For the most part, it is broadcast reruns of football games of the participating Big 12 schools. And then every so often, they sprinkle in a highlight show, a weekly highlight show. And then they have an Inside the Big 12 show, a weekly Inside the Big 12 show. That's it. That's the content. Football games, repeat football games on loop, highlight show, and then an Inside the Big 12 show. I know it's early in the launch of the show, but gee, that's all y'all got? That's all y'all have? Really? That's it? That's all y'all have? Mm. But yes, I'm watching it, or I saw like 10 minutes of it, and then I scroll through the TV guide and trying to look at the schedule. So that's about it. I saw it on the ROKU channel. So yes, it is on the ROKU channel. Big 12, Inside the Studios. It's on Roku and Amazon. I'm checking my text message from someone who works at the Big 12. So have you watched it yet? But Thrillo's saying I'm not seeing the comments. Yeah, I'm not, Thrill. I sure am not. All I see is one comment from Rex. That's all I see. So I apologize. So all I see is one comment from Rex. See, that's one thing I was worried about. So I have to let them know, because all I saw one comment pop up, and that's it. So that's disappointing, because I know usually on this show I have more interaction with my audience. So I have no idea what's going on. I see people watching, but I have one comment, and this is the comment I saw. That's the one comment I see right there. That's it. So let me see if I can finagle. Not really. I mean, I have the all button working. Let me see if I can see the Facebook. Nope. I see one comment. So y'all have to let my producers know. Got to work on that. I only see one comment, and that is disappointing. So my apologies, everybody. I don't see your comments. I'm sorry. Thrillo, kudos to you, man, for reaching out to me on the ground and letting me know, bringing it to my attention. But I'm sorry, y'all. I don't see any comments except that one comment from Rex. So my apologies on it. Like I said, new platform. I think I'm doing everything right. I think, but obviously I'm not, apparently, because I don't see the comments. So let me. I don't even know what to do to mess around with it and make it work. So let's see. I got that working right there. I got my slides over here. I don't want them to be seen. So nothing else. So yeah, I don't see any more comments. No comments whatsoever. And I can't pull them up. I mean, even if I saw them on my phone, I cannot post them on during the stream. So that is an issue. And yep, so that is a disappointment. That's a big disappointment for me, because I like interacting with my audience. And there's nothing here. Nothing in the comments. Nothing whatsoever. So let me try something. Won't do you. I can't bring it up, but let me see if I can do it the old school way. And just go to my phone, and let's see if I can read some of them and go that way. So yeah, that is a disappointment. So CA, I apologize to you, CA, and Rex. I apologize. All of y'all give me comments. I don't see them. So I don't know. Let me see if there's anything I can do right here. Let me see. Nope. I don't see anything there. All I see is a plus there for good afternoon. That is weird. There's nothing else. I don't even have a scroll to move through the comments. So yeah, that's disappointing. So I'll have to let them know and go into the support option, the tech support, and figure out what's going on because I don't see anything. I see one comment. One. So give me 1 second here and see if I can bring up the show here on my phone and see if I can see anything. So bear with me momentarily. Let's see here. Let's see here. Oh, see that? See, I didn't even see that. You send me a super chat. I didn't see that. Thank you very much. And I even set it up on here. Well, I call myself setting up so I could see it and pull up the super chat on this platform. So I didn't even see that. So that's disappointing to me at all. I mean, that's a big disappointment because y'all know how I am. I like to acknowledge the folks who are contributing and supporting the show. All right, let me see if I can catch up. So nope, see, I'm not getting the comments at all. A lot of comments. Comments from Rex, comments from Thrillo, D Skills, Rex again. All right, I see D Skills bought a shirt. Rex bought a shirt. Miss Wanda says hello. Let's see. Having an AD that knows what he's doing at UH is weird. Y'all know how I feel about that. Do I think Eddie should get more credit than Pez? Pez set it in motion, but Eddie made it work and got it done. So I'll give Pez credit for thinking about it, but he failed on getting it done. I mean, part of your job is work with the NFL and figure out what they will agree to and then do it. He didn't do it. All right. Wanda loves what Eddie's doing with the merch. Let's see. Rex, I'm not getting the comments as y'all now know. Team is really deep. See, I see the text now. Thank you very much for doing that. But I'm gonna figure it out because, like I said, I see them on my phone clear as day. But the only comment I see in this platform is the one from Rex, the very first one, and that is it. And that is a shame because I have a full thread of comments here on the show. So, TK, thank you very much for bringing this one up about Marcus Sasser. I think the Pistons have played 9 games, and Marcus has played 1 of those 9. And that 1 was a blowout loss to the Knicks. And he was part of like a hockey shuffle. Nothing else was working. So Marcus going there and he played well. I mean, considering the team lost by 30, he had a positive, I want to say he had a positive plus minus. I want to say he had the highest one of the squad in that game. But Detroit coach JB Bickerstaff is sticking with a 9-man rotation. Except for that one game when they got their behinds kicked. And he gave the other guys deep in the bench some minutes. And Marcus is part of that deep in the bench group. And until February, until trades, or barring injury, I'm not sure how much time Marcus is going to get between barring an injury. Because the rotation, the bench guys, Malik Beasley, rookie Ron Holland, this year's rookie, he's getting time. He's not a point guard. And Detroit needs a point guard. They do. I mean, their turnover numbers are just ghastly. Oh, my gosh, it's ghastly. But Marcus, even though Marcus did work on it this summer, work on his point guard game this summer, he did not look good at point guard in training camp. He struggled running the offense. He was indecisive with when to shoot, when to pass. So right now, I think Coach Bickerstaff has more trust in his veterans than he does Marcus running the show. But Marcus, he told me, and he tells me, I'm built for this. I'll play for Coach Sampson. I'm built for this. I'll be all right. So I wish him well. I do not believe Detroit has given up on him. He's just stuck behind veterans right now in the rotation. And some of those vets, I think, will be moved by February. If Detroit, regardless, win or lose, I think he'll get a shot after the All-Star break. All right, I see the comment from Rex. Rex didn't know that the Big 12 Fast Channel launched. I want to say this. The person who told me that the person who responded to my text that it launched, I think I was at the Cougs game on Monday. And when I got the response, I wanted to say, it did? Really? That's a fail. Come on, Big 12. In the initial press release, it stated that the Fast Channel would launch in the fall. I want to say that was right around September 20 something. Okay. At the time of it, that was the press release, it had not launched. We talked about it here on the show. D Skills had some comments about it. I think Rex did too. So between then and now, I had no idea that it was on Roku and Amazon. That's a fail. I get the press releases from the conference about all sports. I thought. I mean, that's a fail. And y'all know I love basketball. I know football makes college sports go round. I know that. But damn, let people know, let your fans know about your new outlet for them to consume content. Let the media know to let fans know about this new way to consume content. And hell, I hope come basketball season that's now here, they have something in store, something in mind to have more content than what they have right now on the channel. Like I said, it's all football games, repeats, rebroadcasts, a weekly highlight show. In 21st century, you're doing a weekly highlight show? Y'all can't do a daily show? Hire me. We can do a daily show. Me and John Kurtz in Kansas, we can do a daily show. Come on. It should not be that difficult. A weekly show for a Power 4 conference. That does not make sense. That does not make sense to me. Got to do better, especially if you continue to claim and beat that drum that you have the best college basketball, men's college basketball in the country. Come on. Do better. All right, everybody. I think I caught up with most of the chats. Here we go. Thriller, much love to you, brother. Thank you for reaching out to me. See you again. Thank you for your super chat sticker. Appreciate that support as well. And I'll have to go into the lab and figure out why I can't see any more comments. That was really bizarre. New platform. And this is the first for me. I've never had an issue with comments on the other platform. But for the lunch break and for the takeover, I've been told this is the platform we're going to use. So I have to get used to this platform. So I'll have to figure out the comments, how to read them, and go from there. So thank you very much, everybody, for your patience and understanding on this inaugural edition of the takeover on this new streaming platform. I am going Thrillo, CA and Rex, D Skills too. Rocket fans, join me Friday night after the Rockets game against OKC. I'm going to do a Let's Talk Houston Rockets show because I'm kind of curious to see how they do. I don't believe the Rockets are going to win, but I think it's going to be competitive, be a good matchup. I'm looking forward to seeing how they compete. So let's talk about that Friday on the Houston Roundball Review YouTube channel. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to the Houston Roundball Review on YouTube, on Facebook. Click on that bell so you can receive notifications when new shows, new content is posted on YouTube. Salute to everyone at BS3 Network for allowing me to be on the show on ROKU, via ROKU on the BS3 app. Y'all know how it goes. Let me see if I can do one more thing right here on this new platform. All right, I got it right there. All right, everybody, y'all know since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review, local name, global perspective. Everyone take care. I'm going to play the ending video. I hope it goes right. I hope it goes well, because the way it ends is going to be a little bit before top of the hour. So we'll see how the in broadcast part works. But again, since 1994, the Houston Roundball Review, local name, global perspective. Everyone, take care. Peace.
It's Sybil Wilkes with what you need to know. Today is Thursday, November 7th, 2024. Number 1, Vice President Kamala Harris may not have been the perfect candidate, but neither was her opponent. What she was, what she is the best example of our time. In her concession speech Wednesday, Harris expressed gratitude to supporters and emphasized the importance of a peaceful transition of power. She vowed to continue fighting for the values central to her campaign, including freedom, opportunity, and justice for all Americans. Number 2, Hurricane Rafael, a Category 3 storm, hit western Cuba Wednesday, bringing life-threatening storm surges, winds, and flooding. Thousands were evacuated and authorities suspended classes and public transport as workers prepared Havana's coast for the expected floods. The U.S. State Department advised against travel to Cuba, while a hurricane warning remains for parts of the Cayman Islands and Cuban provinces in Rafael's path, which may be headed to the United States. Number 3, a diabetes diet focuses on nutritious foods in moderate portions, emphasizing fruit, vegetables, and whole grains. This plan helps manage blood sugar, weight, and heart health, especially vital for African Americans who face a higher risk of type 2 diabetes. By controlling blood glucose levels, it can reduce risk of serious complications like nerve and heart damage. Number 4, despite our efforts to educate others on the effects of the past election, many still voted for Donald Trump, prioritizing lower costs over community health and needs. The concerns arise over how Black Americans will face potential losses to rights and freedoms in the coming years. As we keep advocating and voting, preparing for potential change is vital, from financial planning to securing essential health care. Number 4, the growing mental health crisis in the U.S. is increasingly linked to climate change, with extreme weather amplifying stress and trauma. Recently, 2 major hurricanes devastated the Southeast, causing tragic loss of life and billions of dollars in damage. Increasing global temperatures are making such storms more frequent, intensifying anxiety and psychological strain worldwide. Here's your daily inspiration from Yogi's Jewels. In stressful moments, pause, breathe deeply, and stay positive. Join me today live on YouTube and Facebook at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central, with our mental health and wellness contributor, Aprilette Russell, and the king of, well, he's our king of comedy, J. Anthony Brown, as we discuss today's top headlines and more. I'm Sybil Wilkes. Be informed, be